Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory podcast here with Tad and Will. We're here to talk to you today to recap the season for the New York Giants, here to recap the regular season for the Philadelphia Eagles. These two teams went head-to-head in Week 18. For the Eagles, obviously they defeat the Giants 20-13 in a NFC East divisional rivalry. The Eagles are now 8-1 at home. A tremendous showing from them. And just a real quick side note for you Eagles fans: there is an amazing talk show on ESPN. I saw it on ESPN2 the other day. It's they call it Late Night with Jason Kelce. An amazing talk show with Jason Kelce for you Eagles fans. You'll love it. But anyways, you got Tanner McKee. He goes out here, Tad, and he goes 27 of 41, 6.6 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, Tad, given the stat line this week and the stat line from last week, I would like to genuinely, personally, and humbly ask you, where would you rank Tanner McKee amongst third string quarterbacks in the league? Specifically, third string quarterbacks actively on the 2024 season.
Yeah, as I was trying to say, he's come out and he's put forth some respectable performances. 269 yards today against a Giants team here. So he's fine. A perfectly serviceable third string quarterback. That's probably about the best you can expect to get from a third string quarterback. He went out there and he did fine. Probably is the best game of his life.
Yeah. Drew Lock, 22 of 29, 138 yards, a touchdown, and interception. It was kind of nice to see the Giants somewhat compete in the second half, but the Eagles probably weren't gonna play their starters as they had the 2 seed locked up. So you didn't really see. This was honestly more so of a scrimmage matchup between these two franchises than anything else. So we're really more so recapping the season stat for the Eagles: 14-3, 8-1 at home. We predicted this. We predicted them to be about this good. And now they will have the chance to prove it against. I see the shirt that you're wearing. And I gotta say, you must be pretty damn near conflicted in this upcoming playoff matchup. Unless
no, not at all.
I would assume that you would probably want the Eagles to win.
Not even a little conflicted. If you know anything about Vikings fans, you know that there's one team that they'd always like to see not end up winning their games. They have 2 favorite teams, the Vikings and whoever is happening to play that particular team. They're not playing in this game, so they won't even be mentioned. But that team, we like to see the other team play them. So yes, the Eagles will be hoping they advanced in their first round playoff matchup against the team from Wisconsin.
Yeah, the Green Bay Packers.
That team.
They are winners of 3 NFL championships. They also have won a Super Bowl. They used to have a quarterback on that franchise that was a 4-time MVP. They play in one of the most historic venues in sports. No big deal. The Green Bay Packers, one of the most historic franchises that they will be playing up against.
But yeah, looking at the Eagles, they'll be a team that they can advance in the playoffs. That's always been the goal for them. I'd say after last year, the goal for this year was improve your defense. Finish better. Obviously, last year, we both saw how they ended the year last year. Their defense kind of didn't do what they were hoping to do. We both saw it, Will. But now this year, they've closed the year better, and obviously, it all comes down to what happens in January football in the playoffs. Hopefully for them into February, but this is a team that has a lot of potential, and if they can get their guys healthy, obviously Jalen Hurts, he's trending in the right direction. He's missed some time, but he's trending in the right direction to play in their opening playoff game. But with that being said, it sure seems like this is a
Reports
team
are
that
that he
could
did
make a run.
practice. At the time of this current recording, it is Wednesday on the week. Reports are he did practice today.
Yeah. So he's trending well, but we'll see where that ends up. But either way, this feels like a team that they could make a deep run in the playoffs. I think they should be one of the favorites in the NFC.
Yeah. The only question is can they get past the Lions and or even your Vikes, Tad? So we'll see. But the Vikes got to get past the Rams first. So we'll see. Um, yeah. So for the Giants, like we expected this. Like we knew that they were this bad going into the season. We expected them to probably be about this bad. I probably expected maybe one or two more wins, but we expected this. And once again, they still do not have that cognitive plan that you mentioned.
There's no cognizant plan for the Giants, though the one thing that they have is at least for the first time since I don't know, like 2020, 2022, they go into an off season without Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones has been the guy that's been the quarterback. He's been the guy who gets the big deal after that one playoff win. So now they don't have a quarterback. I mean, they have Drew Lock, but they don't have a franchise quarterback. So a lot of questions for the first time about are they going to be drafting a quarterback? They have the number 3 pick in the draft, so logic could say that there could be a quarterback available there, or if they want to like look at the best overall player. I mean, they'd have options.
Yeah, they would have options. It would definitely need to be something that they would need to resolve and come up with. Yeah, they're still living with the ripple effects of the Daniel Jones contract, giving away Saquon. I mean, it's as bad as it can pretty much get for an NFL franchise, and here they are.
Yeah, and I mean, then it turns out that well, they ended up winning last week, and had they lost that game, they would have been the number 1 overall pick. So they lose their number 1 pick. They lose Saquon in the offseason. They decide not to keep Jones, and now I mean it's just there's way more questions than answers. Like there's like what do you build on if you're the New York Giants? I mean, you have Malik Neighbors. He's incredible. That touchdown he had against the Eagles, that was fun to watch. That was probably their highlight of the game, and he's probably their highlight of the season. So, I mean, that's a player you build around on offense, but outside of Malik Neighbors, there's really not a lot of bright spots for the New York Giants on this roster.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I mean, maybe Kayvon Thibodeau on the defensive side, who did have a sack and a half and 3 hits on the
Mhm.
quarterback and a solo tackle. But
Yeah,
yeah,
came
Ted,
on to the Open ball.
Outside of Kayvon Thibodeau on the defensive side of the ball, yeah, no. I mean Tyrone Tracy Jr. as well. Wayndale Robinson even. But yeah. Oh, Devin Singletary even possibly.
Yeah.
But outside of that, not really.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and we saw what happened. I mean, this was like the best of the Giants rosters going up against the Eagles, second and third string. And I mean, we saw that the results of the game. I mean, it's not a good look for the state of the Giants roster.
Not a good look at all. So yeah, that's where we're at between the Eagles and the Giants. The Eagles win 20-13. I didn't really have any other final thoughts or takes on this game unless you did, sir.
No.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow January football. Be sure to catch the super wild card weekend recap of the Eagles and Packers game next week. And yeah, this is the Gridiron Glory.